Good morning, friends. Now we are discussing modification of supply in in aggregate planning. So, in earlier class, we have seen the modification of demand in aggregate planning. So, when the demand is reduced, so by going for various strategies like reducing the price tag of the product when the demand is reduced. For example, matinee prices for movie theaters. So when the number of customers are less for matinee show, so the price tag for the ticket will be reduced. Half season rates for hotels like this. So then promotion, so suitable advertisement, direct marketing and other forms of promotion strategies will be used to shift the demand to higher level. Then back ordering. So by taking the reservations or by taking from the regular customers, we are avoiding the walk-in customers so that the regular customers order. Taking the confidence of the regular customers and requesting them to wait for some time. Without losing their confidence, their orders will be fulfilled. So then we have new demand creation. We are creating here complementary. So that is complementary service. For example, instead of making the customers of the restaurant to wait at the counter of the restaurant, so you are giving the additional service, not the free service, complimentary service, that is additional service, that is the bar service. So other examples for this new demand creation is addition of video arcades with the movie theaters. Then coming to modification of supply. So here the various methods of modifying the supply. Hiring and layoff the employees. When there is a of requirement for the supply, we are hiring the additional staff, and when the demand for the product is reduced, so that is when the supply has to be reduced, so we are going for the measurement of cutting down the number of employees by laying off them without affecting the morality of the employees. Overtime and undertime. If the supply is to be more, so in such case we make our workers to work overtime. So and when the supply is to be reduced, so that is undertime option can be adopted. So then use of part-time or temporary labor. So this method is attractive as the payment for part-time or temporary labor is less. Subcontracting. So the subcontractor may supply the entire product or he may assemble some of the components needed for the product. So carrying the inventories. So it is used by the manufacturers who produce the items in a particular season and sell them throughout the year. So aggregate planning strategies. There are three types of aggregate planning strategies available for any organization to choose from. So first is the level strategy. So here this type dealing producing the goods of similar quantities over the equal duration. That is, we are maintaining the production level equal. So this is done to handle a peak in the market demand by filling out the back orders or by sending the extra products to the inventory. So that the level strategy is considered as the traditional aggregate planning method. So it is maintaining the steady production rate and it is maintaining same level of workforce so that no machine or no labor is kept idle. So we are maintaining the steady production rate in all the seasons. So level is maintained between the demand and supply. So that's why it is called as the level strategy. So then chase strategy. So the name says that the state chase strategy is the one. where the demand is chasing the production or the production is chasing the demand. So then hybrid strategy. So this is the integration of both the previous two strategies, that is the level strategy and the chase strategy, so that we'll get the better result. So it strikes a balance between the stock level, so that recruitment is also happening properly. There will be proper termination of the employees, and even the production rate is also maintained. So the organization will build up the inventory before any rise in the demand. So it uses the back orders to level with the high peak periods. So capacity options. So changing the inventory levels, so that there will be increase in the inventory in the low demand period, so that will make a stock of the raw material when the demand is low, so that in the future when the demand is rise, so that the stored inventory will be used in the production, so to meet the high demand, so that we are effectively utilizing the capacity to store the inventory, that is both the raw materials and finished goods. Then varying the workforce size by hiring or layoffs, so that we will maintain the workforce according to our requirement by hiring the, if we find the excess stuff, we are going to lay off them based on the capacity. So varying production rate through overtime or the idle time. So that by taking the extra work from the hours by making them to work overtime when the production rate is more, to make the production rate balanced, and when there is no production at all, or when the production rate to be maintained below average, so then the workers, instead of removing them, we will keep them idle. Then subcontracting, so to meet the peak demand, right, so subcontracting is the temporary measure taken. Then using part-time workers, so that it will be useful for filling unskilled or low skilled positions, especially in the services. Thank you.